Yesterday was the anniversary of the moon landing. Yesterday is what's known as National Moon Day. My wife and I have a couple of businesses, one of which is a notary business. We're mobile notaries, and we posted on our social media accounts. Today is National Moon Day. If you ever find yourself ridiculously far from home and in need of a notary, we can help, blah, 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 blah. And then I take that and I share it to other sites and pages over on the Book of Faces, and one of which was a local community page. Everybody has local community pages. And this happened. A local named Matthew Vranish says, mankind has never been to the moon. Impossible to break through the firmament, which is the sphere above the earth. So I reply with this gif of a guy wearing a tinfoil hat with a thumbs up saying, Roger that. He replies, don't hesitate to learn something for yourself. Could go further in depth, but that's just a waste of time when speaking to a programmed mind. Odd how you couldn't prove me incorrect on your best day. To which I replied, well, considering I'm a good friend of a gentleman who is currently a flight director at NASA and who spent 6 months aboard the International Space Station, I've learned a long time ago not to try and match wits with the dim-witted when it comes to space conspiracies. Somebody else asked them about satellites and GPS and the moon and the stars, all kinds of shit. And this is what he replied with. There are no satellites in outer space, as those are high elevated helium balloons at 35,000 feet, which can maintain their elevation for 28 to 30 days until the helium runs out, as direct internet runs under the oceans in very strong fiber optic cable, and when it meets land is when it connects to Wi-Fi towers that spread across the land. Don't recall the verse in Genesis that explains the firmament was provided to separate the waters above from below, and that both the sun and moon are under the firmament and rotate around the earth. The great flood that Noah and his family survived in the arch was created when the creator Yahweh opened the firmament to erase/removed the tainted DNA that was created by the fallen angels who mated with females, creating giants and animals, creating bestiality. No such thing as gravity because it's weight density and buoyancy. The acronym of NASA in both ancient and modern Hebrew is to lie, as every astronaut is a Freemason, all but 5 presidents were Freemasons. FYI, Donald Trump became a 33rd degree Scottish Freemason in 2015. But water must be contained to remain perfectly balanced, and known as sea level, because water is used in every level for balance on every construction job. Now the Arctic ice wall, ranging from 80 to 200 plus feet, is what contains the water on Earth, and it completely circles the Earth that we know of, because there's continents outside of the Arctic ice wall that we've never been told or taught. Take a few minutes to research the hundreds of videos where pilots claim the Earth is flat, or simply Google flat Earth backwards in one word, and it'll take you to a NASA site. How does a spaceship run a curved line after being launched when it should be heading straight up to reach outer space? They say it's because of the rotating Earth, yet the smoke from a volcano goes directly up without any curve. Take a look at the United Nations symbol, as it's the flat Earth spread out. Reason why the sky is blue is due to it being the water outside the firmament. Dinosaurs never existed, as there were advanced species who were on Earth before mankind. Research the Nephilim, reptilians, and Anuka, whatever the fuck that is. If I'm lying, then go ahead and research what I've provided. It's not that difficult to learn for yourself. To which I replied to that, please seek a vasectomy. We can't have you tainting the gene pool any more than you already have. To which he replied to me saying, intelligence of the reality we exist in is beyond your capability. Remain focused on the dummy box to receive your information. Frank here thinks that he's doing performance art. I don't believe so. I think he's legitimately this fucking crazy. I sent screen grabs of all of that to my friend at NASA, who was just floored by the dumb fuckery. This guy has been to outer space multiple times. He lived in outer space for 6 months, and they're telling him that he's lying. I can't show it to you because TikTok would take it down, but I have a shit ton of really bomb-ass giggle bush. And I don't have enough to deal with that. It's 11:05 on a Sunday morning, and that is just too much insanity to deal with. But God damn it, if I had to read it, you had to read it. So now you guys have that shit rattling around in your head too.